Good morning and welcome to GrainTV. Today is April 30th, 2012. To my left is Logan Burgess and I'm Brock Shimbino. On Friday we saw the Commitment of Traders report come out. Doesn't look like a whole lot has changed for soybean contracts being held by miners' money. Logan, what are we looking at?
Yeah, well, this is something that we've been watching. Really, the trade's been keeping an eye on here recently. And as you can see here, the net long position was added to in Friday's Commitment of Traders report. The report that comes out on Friday, it is backward looking. It looks at Tuesday of last week, so this is kind of where managed money was sitting last Tuesday. So it is a trailing indicator, but it certainly can be good to kind of monitor long-run trends here in the market. As you can see here now, managed money is holding about 231,000 contracts net long. If we look at the chart here, contracts are on the vertical axis. The blue line is the longs, the yellow line is the shorts, and as you can see, that spread here has really widened recently with this run in the soybean market. Right now they're holding about 38 long contracts for every one contract that they're holding short. So as we've been saying for a while here, when managed money decides to exit this market, there are going to be heavy sellers in this market. Don't hold your breath for that to happen here. We really did rally on the fundamentals here over the last several weeks, but it's certainly a good thing to keep an eye on here. Another good thing to keep an eye on here is the crop progress report coming out this afternoon. Brock, what are we kind of expecting out of that report? How's it looking on the ground right now?
Yeah, if we take a look at what the drought is, or the conditions of the soil and the moisture content of the crops being grown right now, take a look at this drought index map provided by our friends at Planalytics. You can see the area of concern that we have is the northern Illinois, northern Indiana area. We've seen this dry area expand over the last couple of weeks, so that's something we're going to have to monitor as we move forward. And as we've been mentioning pretty much throughout this whole growing season and planting season so far, southern Minnesota, northern Iowa has been a major concern. But it does look like over the next 6 to 10 days we're going to have some better than average precipitation for those areas, especially that key area we just highlighted, the northern Illinois, Indiana area. Looks like we're going to get about 40 to 50% more precipitation than what is typical for this time of year in that area.
Yeah, Brock, well, it does look like some much-needed precipitation is coming in there. Kind of let's take a look at percent soil moisture capacity right now. As you said, this is also provided by Planalytics here. And as you can see, we do have some changes that's going on in the ground right now. 91% soil moisture out in Ohio. That's slightly lower than what we've seen here recently. But really, one area that we really want to keep an eye on here is this area circled in red, that northwestern Iowa, southern Minnesota. We can see that the soil moisture capacity is approaching 100 there, which is saturated. Just a few weeks ago here, we saw that northwestern Iowa was only about 60 on the scale. So it looks like conditions are improving there. That should help this developing crop in this afternoon's crop progress report.
Yeah, crop progress does come out this afternoon. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. We'll be tweeting that as soon as that comes out. And what the analysts are looking at, Reuters did a poll of about 18 analysts. They said that the average of the analysts was looking at about 43% planted for corn progress and about 13% on soy. So we're looking for a farther ahead than usual pace on the planting progress this afternoon.
Yeah, certainly. Another good thing to keep an eye on is the good excellent rating on this wheat crop. Off to a great start here this week. Sounds like they did get some rain in areas of Kansas and Oklahoma, so it'll be interesting to see how that affects the quality of that crop here in this afternoon's report. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back and watch the market open.
Well, it's definitely earned me more money. Just like Decatur, they were paying 70 cents more for summer corn there in August. We were hauling corn 100 mile for 40 cents, and we're making 30 cents, and I wouldn't even known that price was probably on there. I wouldn't have thought of calling Decatur. But when you go to the Grower's Edge page, then it takes all that running around out of it for you.
Welcome back to GrainTV. The markets are open in Chicago, so let's turn over to the Fire Tip trading software for the live quotes. Old crop corn July contract is down 2 1/4 cents. New crop is down 2 3/4. Soybeans off 8 1/4 on the old crop. Wheat is down 7 1/4, and Kansas City wheat is down 10 3/4 this morning.
Yeah, Brock. Well, if you're watching there at home, you might notice that we no longer have May contracts on our quote board here. Today is first notice for that May contract. This is the first day that sellers can make notice they intend to deliver here, so that's a good thing to keep in mind. If you are in that May contract, there's no limitations right now on price movement, so it's time to start rolling to a more deferred month. Brock, one thing we've been kind of keeping an eye on here is this July-December spread in corn. We built a July-December daily corn spread chart here on FireTip. It's really easy to do if you're a producer at home and want to do it yourself. kind of take us through the chart landscape here. What are we looking at?
Yeah, what we've been seeing over the last couple of weeks is this has been a highly volatile spread. We have a couple different situations forming for fundamentals. On the old crop, we have tight stocks that continue to add support to the July contract. We see continued sales to China as well as some other places. We're ahead of pace on the export sales, so that's going to keep underlying support for this old crop contract July. And then a different situation is forming up for the new crop. We have a large crop going in the ground right now. It has a good start to the plantings progress, and precipitation looks to be pretty good. So that's going to pressure the new crop corn contracts. So we're going to see these two contracts continue to be volatile in relationship to each other.
Yeah, it looks like we are kind of rebounding here a little bit from last week. Right now, July is trading at a premium of about 87 cents over that December contract. You know, we really saw this spread here peak out last summer, but it's a good thing to keep in mind that this is a bull spread. It typically will perform better during a bull market. You know, the conditions are in place right now. Short old crop stocks, and as you said, Brock, a really large crop getting ready to be put in the ground here for corn, and it's off to a great start. So the potential exists there, but you know, the general market consensus right now is that we are not in a really strong bull market as we were last spring at this time. So that's kind of a good thing to keep in mind here moving forward. That kind of wraps up our show here for Monday morning. As we said, crop progress will be coming out this afternoon. Follow us on Twitter at GrainTV is where you can find us. We'll be tweeting as that report comes out. Have a great rest of your Monday.